Hey YouTube, Ski-Doo Snowmobile Challenge Review is now here. So, for those of you watching this, I would like to say thank you because it's probably going to be like 12 people, so thank all 12 of you, since this is a very unpopular game, as I've noticed by looking at sales and things. Anywho, the story is you pick a character, and the difference in the characters is pretty much your little avatar for your guy, which actually they're kind of funny looking little animated looking things, drawings, or whatever. And the only difference between all of them is really the avatar and the stats that they each have. And there's 4 stats: strength, aggressiveness, endurance, and agility, I think. Pretty much just how your riding style is going to be. You kind of look at them and go, okay, I know I'm going to be slamming into people, so I need strength and aggressiveness. Cool. And then you pick that and you go race. And onto the graphics, I'll tell you how it looks when you're racing. That was a good transition, wasn't it? Anyway, the graphics in Ski-Doo are not bad, but they're nothing really special. I mean, like, not by a long shot. The snowmobiles, they actually look really good, and the crowds are fine so long as you're moving. But, I mean, the same could really be said for a lot of racing games, having kind of the average crowds that look great when you're moving. Trick animations are a little bit jerky though, but it is kind of nice to not have such a huge trick finishing time like you do in most like kind of extreme games, like the MX series for example. You know, when you're coming in on a landing and you're like, oh, I'll just do this one little trick, and then you let off the thing and it takes another second and a half to finish the trick. So the tricks as well don't look that bad. They're, like I said, they're passable. Now here's the thing that just kills this game graphically from being a great looking game and makes it just kind of average, the frame rate. It never really drops or anything, it's just that it runs at a constant like 15 to 20-ish frames a second. And for anybody who doesn't know a heck of a lot about frame rate, most games run between like 35 and 50-ish. Call of Duty 4 runs at actually 60. So 15 to 20 is going to look horrible to people who are used to playing just like AAA titles and things like that. When everything's already kind of a blur with all the pretty looking white snow, it sometimes makes turns and stuff completely disorienting because of the frame rate and all the blurring of the white. And it's such a disappointment to me because with a good frame rate, I would have absolutely loved this game, honestly. As a, you know, just an average arcade racer, it would have been a lot better because other than that, the graphics aren't really that bad. Other than you'll kind of glitch into a couple things here and there, like hay bales and poles and stuff. And most of the time it kind of sucks, but you'll have to just restart the race because it'll take you a second to realize you're stuck, and by the time you reset, everybody's so far ahead you just have to restart. But other than that, I really wish this game kind of had a better frame rate. It would have been much better looking. The soundtrack is okay, but it's pretty short. There's maybe a song or two in there that just really, really doesn't fit, kind of like that one I had playing in the opening of this video. Yes, that was from the soundtrack. Sled sound effects could be used to convince someone who doesn't know any better about snowmobiles that they run at like 9,000 RPMs all the time, because it's pretty much hit the gas and then you let off and it's like, so yeah. General collisions though and things like that sound fine. And the sound effects that play when you do things like land tricks are all pretty cool and definitely do justice to that kind of loud, like, thud